Okay, so what I'm doing is getting the bottom of this stuck in the ground past where the side of the siding is. So whenever the head is down there, it'll be down there where that point is. And we're going to twist this head down clockwise, like so, with this machine, which is a very strong machine. If I hit a rock or a root, it'll try to throw me around. And I can actually run a bolt through there to keep it secure inside that head, but I don't think we'll have much problem here. All right, here we go. Looks like I'm running backwards, so I'm going to go the other direction. Now, the straps, when they're packaged away, so they don't have to have a super long package, they're folded up. Okay, so I'm going to take those bends and try to straighten them. Then, the choices that you have is you can reach over and hook onto the top of the frame, and you can wrap it around and hook on the bottom of the frame. I don't particularly like it because I'm worried that wind blowing, we get 4 90-mile-an-hour episodes every 3 years. So I know that this is going to get some heavy winds, and I want to hold it. I would prefer this to be a little more straight up and down. It hit something and angled out, but that's not going to be a big deal because I got many more anchors, and it's stretched. How much it's holding down is by how many different anchors. And so now, but what I do is I will go around like so, and then I will put the strap through that slot right there, and I'll totally wrap around the frame itself. That's what I prefer to do. Now that's what I'm going to crawl under here, and you maybe could come with me, but got to go in between the floor joists where there's some gap. And what I usually do is stick my fingers, so I can guide it over. Like so. Now if you were wanting to, you could just hook right there and come back and down. But I prefer to go, like I was saying, through that slot right there. So it's totally wrapped around that frame, and then it goes through this anchor head. All right. Now we've already got the wrenches and sockets, but you can use crescent wrenches and channel locks. But what our goal here is, this bolt here is a split bolt. You may end up actually having to put a screwdriver in here to open it up, because sometimes they're so tight that it won't go through the strap. I had a problem on the last one. So, and then you're going to go through that And this steel shank, or on the bottom side of that head, fits in there. But you have to turn it so it will go in as you tighten this nut up on the other side and pull it in. Okay, so let me show you. And if you're wondering why do we have two, some mobile homes have a overhead strap, and this would be your one where you put your overhead strap if you have one, and it would be coming down in, it goes over the framing, over the roof and everything else. It comes down into there. So what we're going to do is take this split bolt and slide it over the strap. We're not going to push it into that square area. We're going to get right to the edge. Now allow us just enough room to get this nut on. To hold it in place. All right, now I'm going to pull the slack out of it, and then I'm going to fold it over. Now this is a 15/16 wrench. May not be in everybody's toolbox, so you can use a channel locks or crescent wrench. Pretty good size one, I guess. And because now what we're going to do, I'm going to let it be there. I'm going to take that off while I'm going. I'm going to tighten this up. I'm going to pull the slack out right here. And then I'm going to line that shank up on that bolt with that square hole over here. And then I'm going to tighten it up on this side. Pull it up inside that hole. All right. Now, you see how that's pulled all the way down flat? That square part went inside there. It's all the way down. So now we've got a really tight strap on there to keep this house from moving side to side. But when we get up to 110, 100 mile an hour winds, it's no longer about the wind as much as it is what is in the wind. So whenever the wind picks up a 2x4 at 120 mile an hour, it might pick up a car. It goes into this house, then the wind goes in, tears everything up. So what we're trying to do is keep this house from flipping on its side or moving around as much. But I have seen in these houses with the frame and the floor still here, everything else is gone. So it only works to a point. You know, so how much wind we get, what's in the wind. All right. All the best, guys. I hope you learned something. We got to do a bunch more. We're going to get all sweaty and dirty, and away we go.